Tim, so thanks for having us here. And let's start with the Toyotas before we get to the G Wagons. So tell me about these, right? These are from Central America.
Yeah, so these come out of Brazil.
Yep.
Toyota Bandeirante, pickup trucks, 2-door, 4-door. You know, they were made all the way up until the late 90s. Most of the ones, just because you have to have 25 years or older to import them.
Yep.
Ours are 91 and older. So cool thing is they come with Mercedes diesels, little 4-cylinder, 4-speed power steering trucks. Really neat trucks, just because most people in the United States have never seen one.
So what do you do with them when you get them out of?
So we take them, strip them down,
Yep.
paint them, you know, color of choice. Usually try to stick to, you know, a pastel or a nice simple color. Redo the interiors, new suspension, new wheels, tires, hubcaps, bumpers. That way someone's got, you know, a really tidy truck whenever it leaves here.
Let's look at it.
Yeah.
Let's see the Mercedes engine. There you go. That's very basic.
Yeah, very simple.
Very simple, yeah. I mean, there's nothing.
No electronics.
How big is this engine? How many liter?
You know, I'm not sure. It's an OM 314, so it was the earlier Unimog engines.
So they're probably putting out what, like 50 horsepower?
I think about 80.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
All right, so that's okay. Probably what?
Yeah, it sounds like a tractor.
150 pound-foot of torque.
Yeah, probably so.
Something like that. All right, let's go back over here. Let's talk about these. Right, your bread and butter. Not the Land Rover, not the Toyota Land Cruiser. I'm talking about the G Wagon.
Yeah. So they start out like this, just a bare bones, no frills, diesel 4-cylinder G Wagon.
Okay, so how much? What's under the hood? And tell me about kind of the off-road chops that it has coming.
So straight out of the military, they come with a 4-cylinder, naturally aspirated, 87 horsepower diesel.
Okay.
4-speed manual, no power steering, just a, you know, pretty stock truck. They do have front and rear locking diffs, 535 gears. You know, they're built just mainly to go off-road.
And if somebody wants one, can they just buy this from you?
Absolutely.
How much do you charge for that?
So $14,900 for our base serviced camo G Wagons.
And
we usually keep, you know, 10 or 12 of them in stock at any given time.
And is it hard to title them?
They're already titled.
Really? So
Yeah.
you just bring them to DMV?
Yep. So we do all of our paperwork, entry paperwork. They all have clean Colorado titles. They're
All right.
you know, ready to be transferred wherever.
And where do you sell them to? Do you sell them to Colorado, or do you sell them around the
We
country?
sell a lot of them out of state. Some in Colorado. We have, you know, a few customers that are local, but most of them are out of state. I mean, California, Texas, North Carolina, New York, everywhere. So
That's cool.
yeah,
and you said you import what, 30 a year?
around 30 a year we get. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So show me what that turns into once you get your teeth and sink it into it.
Yeah. So customer build here was originally a camouflage, basic military truck.
I love the paint job. I mean, it's
Yeah.
so much different.
So this is a Ferrari 430 red. Yeah. And so we went black top, plaid interior, 5-cylinder turbo diesel, Hutchinson wheels, new Bilstein shocks all the way around. So yeah, something like this built to this caliber would be around 38 grand.
So you can get the base one from the military for 15, and then if you want to get the one that's been, let's call it civilized.
Yep.
Yeah. And let's call it, you know, much sexier, right?
Yeah, you get a lot more appeal.
Yeah, yeah. Show them those wheels. I mean, look how many bolts there are.
Yeah. So those are Hutchinson military beadlock wheels.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, so they're great for off-road, not so great if you want to take a corner on the road.
Yeah.
What kind of tires do you go with usually?
Usually the BFGs.
Yeah.
You know, they're really good off-road, not so great in the snow. Goodyear Duratracs are really good in the snow. You basically, living where we live, you have to have a set of winter tires and summer tires. So summer tires, those would be great. Winter tires, you need, you know, a Duratrac or a KO2 or something that's going to get that snow bite.
And do these two trucks still have the original engine, or do you swap?
They still have the original engine.
Let's see what those look like.
Yeah.
Let's swap.
So now it has a just regular 240 4-cylinder diesel, naturally aspirated, 87 horsepower. Got about 140 foot-pounds of torque.
Yeah,
24 volt.
24 volts.
Yeah, so when this goes to a 5-cylinder turbo, the whole system will be gutted and go to 12 volts.
24 volts because it was a military vehicle.
Yep.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
gotta be a
most of-
pain in the butt when you got to convert it.
Well, it's not.
No?
Once you've done it once,
Yeah.
you pretty much know how to do it.
And
So,
are these pretty bulletproof?
they're very bulletproof.
How many miles can you put on them before you have to like swap injectors?
Probably a few 100,000.
Really?
I mean, they just go, and any of these little camo trucks, you can jump in and just head out. I mean,
They just love to run. And I suspect you could put like French fry oil in them and run.
you could run biodiesel very easily,
Yeah,
or veg oil.
yeah. And it's a 4-speed, right?
Yep, 4-speed.
So they're pretty bulletproof. And tell me about where these are made.
So these are in Austria. They're all hand built still to this day. The military does a 10% reduction every year of their entire fleet. So, they're still building trucks for the military throughout Europe. And as they build them, they reduce what the current inventory is. And
So they get rid of the old ones.
right,
Bring in new
put
ones.
in new ones. Yep.
All right, so let's go look and see what if somebody wants to get a little fancier.
Yeah, so this car started its life as an 80 461. Went to a 463 body, 606 engine. Everything in this car is 1998, except the chassis and the engine, which was a 99. So,
And you've got basically a Mercedes-Benz 6-cylinder diesel in here, right?
yep,
Out of like an E-Class.
turbo diesel. Yep, out of an E-Class.
Yeah. So you get more power,
Yeah, a lot more power, 188 horsepower in this truck.
and you probably get a lot more torque.
A lot more torque.
Yeah. And this is for somebody who wants something a little bit more plush, right? A little
Yeah,
bit more.
if you're looking for air conditioning, heated seats, a lot of the creature comforts of a civilian class, they just have a lot more sound deadening. They have carpet, things like that.
Yeah, those have roll-down air conditioning.
Yeah, they have 260 air conditioning. So, yeah, exactly.
Show me some of the custom
Yeah,
ones you're
cool.
building. Yeah.
So this started out as a 1981 461 military truck, and
Yep.
so we're doing a civilian style interior with carpet.
You always go plaid? I like the plaid.
I like all vintage fabrics. I've got rolls of vintage fabrics. So
Okay.
for me, it's like find something that fits the era, that you can modernize and work with, and kind of go from there.
How long does it take to like build the car out from
Start to finish,
Yeah.
once we start, it's usually about 4 months. Right now, we've got 9 builds currently going. So if you ordered a car now, it would take you about 8 months to get it.
Okay. And
So-
are you swapping the engine on this one?
Yeah, so this one's getting a 603, which is again a sedan that was early 90s, 6-cylinder turbo diesel. It will be dialed to 220 horsepower.
Can you retrofit air conditioning, or is that not?
Yes, well, this was a factory. This car, being a 461 UN spec car, it had air conditioning.
Okay, so it's already there.
Yeah, so replumbing all that, wiring everything, putting a fresh AC in is not a problem.
And are the 2-doors or the 4-door more popular?
Right now, the 4-doors have been very popular.
Really? So people
Yeah.
want the room and the
Yep.
usability.
And then long wheelbase soft tops are probably our second best seller, like the red truck.
Yeah.
But this is definitely our number one
So
seller.
tell me, what do your customers use these for?
Different things. I mean, for instance, this lady's a doctor. She's got a newer G Wagon, and she wants one that's, stock with no electronics, just so she has a diesel, low maintenance, high fuel mileage truck.
When the
So-
zombie apocalypse comes, this one's going to keep running.
That's right. Yeah, no EMPs, no craziness there. You just put the fuel in and go. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, show me some other ones that you're working on.
yeah.
I like that one over there.
Yeah, so this is an ambulance. So this was a Austrian mountain ambulance.
All right, cool.
So 1983. So we're building this for a chef in LA,
Okay.
and this is his LA to Baja truck. He has twin boys, and makes that journey regularly.
It looks like it's like the Sprinter. It's like a
Yeah,
tall
so
version of it.
back in the day, there was a coach company, and they took a regular 4-door, just like that silver or that gray truck, put a high roof, and added 28 inches to the rear end of the truck. When I bought this truck, it had 2 front seats, a gurney rail, and a little jumper on this side. So yeah, it was a 4-cylinder gas, and we went to a 617A 5-cylinder turbo.
So basically, would it be fair to call this the Suburban of G Wagons?
Yes, definitely. And we actually had another one en route, and he ended up selling it to his friend that saw his and wanted what he had, except different colors.
Let's
So
look on the inside. So how much does something like this cost?
so this one's about 68 grand.
That's not bad.
No, it's not
Yeah.
hateful.
When you consider that a new G Wagon will cost you, if you get the 8, right, around 100 and...
About 120.
Yeah, and if
Yep.
you get the 12,
Yeah,
220.
220. Yeah,
You're getting one for, you know, half the price.
exactly.
And you're still a G Wagon.
Yeah, pretty cool G Wagon at that.
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah, so we built the side ladder in house, the rear bumper, all that stuff. You know, were things made out of plastic whenever we got the
There's
truck.
tons of room in the back.
Oh yeah, it's got a backup camera.
Backup camera, I saw
So
that.
in the back here,
Wow.
we have these pull-out drawers.
Custom built?
Yeah, so we built these in-house. You have,
Smells good.
Oh, yeah.
It's like pine.
got your
cooker?
stove.
Yeah.
Yep, you've got tank storage. You've got places to put all your tanks. So yeah, it's
And you got tons of room.
and tons of room. So this folds down. There's a pillow that makes all this level, so you have 7 foot of sleeping room in the back.
So you can basically use it as your bed.
Yep.
Yeah, that's nice. Really nice. How much does this bad boy weigh? It's got to be pretty heavy.
Oh yeah, it's about 7,000 pounds.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, very heavy. So yeah.
Talk to me about kind of the off-road chops that these things have. You know, so it's got usually the new ones obviously have 3 locking dips, right? They have a
Yep.
rear, middle, and a front. How about these guys?
These have front and rear and then
Okay.
central, but it's all manual. There's
all-
no electronics. Everything's hydraulic. So
All right, so it doesn't have the button. You got
no, you pull the front one for the front, the rear one for the rear, and the central is part of your high-low range.
Yeah, this looks like a truck.
It's just like a truck.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
No,
No.
it's very simple.
Yeah. Oh, you got any more you're building out? Let's look at another one.
So this truck is an 89 long wheelbase hardtop 2-door, which is pretty rare. The truck came as a 4-passenger, and we left it as a 4-passenger. It's got wood floors in the back, all kinds of cool stuff. But
It says Dodge. Is this a Cummins?
yep, 24 valve Cummins, 320 horsepower right now. It'll soon be more than that.
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier, and you know, fully boxed frame, right?
Yep.
So can you actually fit a Cummins into?
Well,
Will it handle it?
you be the judge, I guess.
Yeah, it fits.
It fits.
Yeah. Did you have to do some sawzalling?
Well, Scotty's the brain surgeon of the operation here,
Yeah.
so he knows how to make things fit that shouldn't,
Okay.
which is, you know,
I mean, it can't be much bigger than a 12-cylinder, right?
no, it
Right.
can't.
That 12-cylinder.
I mean, even the 550s. I
Yeah.
mean, if you look under the hood of like a new 550,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm amazed how they even get that in there.
Right, because it's all.
There's no room anywhere.
Finger in there.
No.
So
No.
how much will this be putting out when it's all set?
So we're gonna dial it to about 350.
Okay.
Yeah, and it'll be sitting on 40-inch tires, 20-inch Hutchinson wheels, just like the ones outside, except 20-inch.
How much of a lift?
You probably have about 6 inches.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is going to be the ultimate.
Yeah, the
G-Wagon.
portal axle. So how a portal
Oh, you
axle
got
works,
portal axles
it's got
on it.
portals
Okay.
too. Yeah.
Tell us about those.
Yeah, so portal axles take your center of gravity is
They move it down. 'Cause
it
the
moves
gears
it
are
down.
in the axles.
gears are in the axles,
Yeah.
and so you get about 4.5 inches lift just off that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's like the Unimogs.
basically just like a Unimog or a Pinsgauer.
Yeah, or Pinsgauer. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like one step below a Pinsgauer at
Yeah,
this point.
definitely.
You know, there's a guy here who does Pinsgauers, right?
Yeah.
Not too far from here.
Yeah.
Those are really unique.
Yeah, Jay Couch is. I know him pretty well.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite one of these? If you know, I'm sure you got a bunch, but.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, I'm kind of partial to the long wheelbase hardtop,
Okay.
the 2-doors. I like them because people in the United States have never seen one. So
Yeah.
when you pull up in something like this or like the Weekender that's outside the
Yeah,
gray
let's look,
truck.
let's look at the weekend
Yeah.
because I wanted to show the inside of that. That was pretty cool if you guys did that.
Yeah, this body style, they've never seen it. They're like, it kind of looks like a G Wagon, but what's going on here?
Yeah.
So these were radio boxes. This was a radio truck, and so you could plug in to different, areas here and make connections. This truck is kind of a simplified version of like the ambulance. So it's got sink, stove, refrigerator, onboard water, storage, and then outside you have rooftop tent, awning, your water fill area, and your shower.
So you could just pull this up to a campsite and take a shower with it.
Yep, or you don't even have to pull up to campsite. You've got 20 gallons here, your shower, pull out your connector here.
Yeah, let's see.
Attached to there, shower.
That's nice.
Yeah. And then you've got the awning that comes out and it has an enclosure, so you have privacy.
All right, last question. I noticed that all the new G Wagons have side exhaust, but this one has rear exhaust. Is that military?
Yeah, the militaries come out in the rear. We have changed some back to side exhaust.
Yeah, people like that, right?
Yeah, they like the side exhaust. Yeah, it's kind of cool in a diesel too. If you're in it, you know, you're got smoke coming out the side, so it's kind of neat.
Well, thank you very much, Tim. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
not a problem. Thanks for stopping by.
Howdy, folks.
Hey guys, this is a fun-filled and fact-filled episode of TFL Truck Talk because today we are going to be completely and utterly disagreeing about everything, Nathan.
Nearly everything, and that's because we're talking about two different types of trucks.
Yeah, this is called Top 5 Reasons Why Heavy-Duty Trucks Are Better Than Light-Duty or Not.
Or not, yeah.